folks, we are still here on the Cetatea de Scaun in Suceava, Romania, and we're going into the Princess Hall to have a quick look of the hall where the princess would typically entertain her guests. So as y'all can see, this is more impressive just because of the unique architecture of this hall. Again, this is during the medieval times, so they had a system of entertaining their guests. And one side, I believe, are the males, and the other side are the wealthy, guests and diplomats or whatever that they invited. So these are the kings of Moldova. So Petru Musat, Alexander Selbun, Elias Voivod, and Stefan Voivod. So yeah, folks, really interesting medieval, citadel. And these stones were the original stones that were used to build this citadel. It's been refurbished a few times, but they definitely stayed faithful to the historical concept and relevancy of each design in the architecture. So some of the documents, and this is what it all looked like. What Europe looked like during the time Stefan Mare was around. So there was France, Germany, Poland, and Suceava. There was no Romania back then. There was Italy, Greece, obviously the older civilizations, and this is their emblem, their crest for Suceava. And the arches aren't that high, so that tells you that some of the people back then weren't that specifically tall. Some of them are regular height, and they're pretty they're more interested basically in the organization of the kingdom rather than extravagant, type of engagements. We're going to walk a few more towards another hall. And here we are. So folks, like I was saying, if you've never been to a medieval, castle or citadel or fortress before, Romania is the destination to go to. They've got tons of well developed and maintained castles during the medieval period. So we're leaving the hall and we're going to be walking towards their walkway, basically. If you want to just kind of explore the Citadel, this is the hallway or walkway, I'm sorry, that you would walk outside into the gardens and other areas. So you all can see it. Here we are. We're gonna climb up these steps and give you guys a Stefan Mare's eye view of this side of the Citadel. So like I was saying, before any of these houses were put up, all you would see are trees, flat land, maybe in the backdrop there were mountains, and churches that he had erected when he was around. So Stefan Mare, just to give you guys some sort of historical context on his, overall objective is to promote religious agendas throughout their kingdom. So he was probably one of the most prominent, Romanian ruler during his times, just because of his objective to rule using religion as the main characteristic of their society. So now we're going inside the defense tower, and this is what it looks like at the defense tower. These, guards would basically stay and hang out here to make sure that they're well protected from outside invaders or potential threats to their citadel and to the king. And so basically, this section is just what you would probably think of as the outside section of the Citadel, which is still within the Citadel because of the walls. It's just that it's, fortified by the inner walls. So there you are, folks. A short visit to a region and a citadel that is hundreds of years old, and the civilization back then is pretty much very similar to Western, European civilizations, with just a very different system. But as far as, the grandeur, the relevance, the basic management of the Citadel and how they ruled were pretty much similar. And so, unfortunately, very few people knows about that. If you did not specialize in learning about Eastern Europe and medieval history. But there is no other society that can claim that they're better off or they were more educated or well structured throughout the world. Every other society had their own system and it worked, pretty well for them. And it's just amazing how, people back then, even though they weren't so modern, they managed to create a civilization that, can basically go through the test of time. I mean, this whole civilization here was created in the 13th century. Imagine that. So, you know, Romania is probably, you know, it wasn't a country back then, but it's definitely one of the oldest European society. And that in itself is pretty impressive. With that said, thanks for watching. Might do another section to this video. I haven't made a decision yet. But whenever you're in Romania, make sure to come visit Suceava and Cetatea de Scaun in the older section of the city. This is a few minutes drive outside of the modern or new city of Suceava. But at one point in time, this was the city of Suceava and the throne of the Principality of Bukovina. So, look at that. You thought that, you know, these types of weapons were only in the movies, but they're actually real. The catapult has been used as far as back as the medieval times, and it's pretty interesting. Okay folks, thank you for watching. I will sign off for now and visit other places that might be of interest to you. Please make sure to subscribe and like our video and Facebook page. And looking forward to hear about your comment suggestions. If there's anything that you would like for us to talk about, please let us know. I look forward to connecting back with you in the next few days. Take care. Bye-bye.